It is all too possible and common, I think, to get overwhelmed by New Year's resolutions. There may be so many goals you try to make that you end up keeping none of them. So today, to wrap up our week, we're simplifying the sorting process by asking one question: what do winners do? My next guest says that with a few mindset and habit shifts, you can feel like a winner in 2023. Tiffany Peterson is coaching us today. So great to see you. Happy New Year.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, you say there are 3 things you want us to think about and do in 2023. First, you say winners develop a winning mindset.
Yeah, for sure. I think everything begins in the mind, right? It's always in that creation experience of your mind is going to lead the show, so to speak. And so your mind, your mindset, I love to say where your mind lives, your life is following. And so coming back to, in essence, that ownership mentality, right, is you're living in the space of this is my life, I'm the creator of the quality of my life, I take ownership for that, I'm accountable to it, and staying out of the blame game. And when we're in ownership, then we can make empowered choices, right? Because if mentally it's like, hey, it's up to me, I'm going to take action, I'm going to move forward, we're mentally nourishing those kinds of thoughts, that's going to lead us significantly.
A winning mindset. Studio 5 contributor Heather Johnson earlier this week said, I don't want you to make resolutions, I keep resolutions. And I thought, oh, I've never quite heard it said like that. Let's not make resolutions, let's keep them. It speaks to this mindset that I hear you talking about, that we're going to do this, we're going to win.
And I think it's about, you know, who do I choose to be and how do I choose to show up and what kind of life do I want to be creating at home, at work, like what is it I want to be creating? And what I call visit the vision. And so mentally you come back to those thoughts and those questions around, if this is my life, what am I creating here?
You say winners implement healthy habits.
Yeah, and we could be here for hours on like multiple healthy habits. So let's pick one.
Okay.
I would say one of the most game-changing habits is what's called the power of a morning ritual, or sometimes power hour or miracle morning. But the essence is the way you start your day shapes your day. Most humans on the planet are starting their day in bed on their technology.
True.
Right? And we're not wrong for it.
True and guilty, yes.
Right, but it's like you look at, say, 5 or 6 or 7 or 25 texts and then emails and then Instagram scrolling, and you may still be in bed. And it's like, imagine if all those people you've just opened a little door for just came into your bedroom, right? It's like, that's a lot of people, big party in your bedroom first thing.
Yeah.
And so I invite us to start our day, even if what I call the sacred 10, first 10 minutes of the day, before you're in mom mode, before you're in work mode, before you're in scroll mode, is do the things that nourish you. That's the discerning question, is what nourishes me? If that's prayer, if it's reading, meditation, if it's moving your body, but it's doing something where you get connected first to yourself and your higher power before you go connect with the world or even the little beings in your own home, is that you get nourished and rooted first. Morning ritual is a game changer because, again, the thought, like, how I start my day is going to shape my day.
Thank you, Tiffany. That's a beautiful challenge. Challenge accepted. Unfortunately, we have a minute left because I would love to also take an hour on this next statement. I think it's so beautiful and so bold. Winners take imperfect action.
Yeah, and notice the language is imperfect action.
Love it.
We already know that to create change in life, you have to take action.
Right.
I like to reframe it with imperfect action, is because often we'll get stuck in waiting for it to be perfect before we move something forward. And that's just simply fear usually at play. But it's the willingness to try, the willingness to move forward, put ourselves out there. And I love, it's like permission to say, can I take imperfect action? Yep, I can.
This feels like a new movement as well. Like 20 years ago, we weren't willing to take a step unless we knew we were going to do it just so. And now I feel people getting a little more loose, for lack of a better word, in a good way about that action. Like I can move even if it's not going to be the perfectly precise, perfect step.
Well, I think the most important goal any of us set any year, any day is about progress, right? And so when I give myself permission to take imperfect action, I'm still progressing, even if it's not, quote, to your point, perfect.
Yes.
Is that I'm in momentum and I'm moving myself forward. If it's trying that new recipe, if it's working with that blog or that writing or that work goal or whatever it might be, is the willingness to move forward is still progress.
I love your words. I love your heart. Thank you for inspiring us the right way in 2023. Where can we get more advice from you?
TiffanySpeaks.com is my home site, or Tiff Peterson on Instagram.
Great coaching programs available there. We'll link you from our website.